That was fucking dope.
It's a cool one. It's a really cool one. I was watching
God.
your face the whole time because I know, that middle section no one sees coming where the violin comes in and they have that, kind of Eastern sounding scale going on. It's such a cool song.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, that's been one of my
Where do I
favorites
even
for a couple
start?
weeks. Yeah, what'd you think of her voice?
I love she has such a range because like it starts out and it's this like almost, I hate to say it, but like almost there's like a little bit of like an off-putting quality to it that made me feel like uneasy at the very beginning.
Yeah, it's
but
unusual.
then it's like
it's not what you would. A lot of people raise their eyebrows at that point when you show it to them for the first time because they're not sure what to think of it. But it kind of grows on you, and I feel like it fits the style really well.
But then later you get into like the epic parts and there's like this like opera vocal almost going on, and then like at the very end, like with the like, what would you call it, the kind of like vocal chop, like that section, it's super
I'm not sure what
poppy.
I would call that. Yeah,
it's like super poppy, like almost Britney Spears-ish in a way. Like she has range, dude. Mm-hmm. That is insane.
Yeah, this song hits a lot of different places you don't think it's gonna hit when you first start it.
And the thing that I love about it too is just immediately it hits you with the juxtaposition of the really gentle piano, but then the huge hard-hitting drums.
Yeah.
And as soon as those came in, I was like, okay, this is something special.
Yeah, and I'm dying to know where they recorded
those two elements.
Yeah, I'm dying to know where they recorded those drums or how they did it because they sound amazing. I mean, super.
They sound massive.
Yeah, they sound really big. So I don't know where they recorded that or who did those drums, but they did a phenomenal job.
And then, I was taking notes because that song was so dense.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and it's a long one too.
Dat growly bass dough was another note that I had.
Absolutely.
Just another, like, that bass sounded massive too. It sounded like I was inside it.
Yeah. Seriously, everything in that song is so well done. I wouldn't even know where to begin in actually breaking that down into its pieces there.
But then the other thing that I love too is how it goes back and forth, because it's not just like, oh, it starts out light and then it gets heavy and then it kind of stays heavy. Like after the first kind of chorusy section, I don't know what you would want to call that because this really doesn't have, typical song structure.
Yeah.
But after that kind of section, it came in and I was like, oh, well, it almost had like a lo-fi beats to study / chill to vibe going on for a little bit. Yeah. And then it really just hits you again with everything. And yeah, it's so dynamic and just, this is epic in a very different way from the last song. The last song was epic as in like an epic fight song or something like that.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
entire time I was picturing like, just panning drone shots of like post-apocalyptic dystopian city rubble.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Yeah, epic in a completely different way. A little more subtle, but still very, very appropriate.
Yeah, everything just sounded massive, and I am here for it.
Oh yeah,
man.
this is a great song.
So my next song, we're leaving the epic category now, but this is actually one of my favorite current bands, and they just released a new single. I've been meaning to talk about them on the show for a while, but they've kind of had like a hiatus for a while, ever since the pandemic started. They released some songs at the beginning of 2020, end of 2019, and so I was like, clearly they're like building towards an album, and then an album never came, and then there was nothing. Like, I don't know if there was supposed to be an album and they just couldn't tour behind it, and so they didn't release it, or if they were just doing a few singles and that was it. But recently, this band just got picked up for their first major label debut. This band is called Ripe, and this is their first single from that album called Settling.